The notion that the science on climate change is a lie to manipulate Christians is a claim that has been circulating among some conservative and religious groups. This argument suggests that climate change is not real, or at least not as severe as scientists claim, and that the entire issue is being fabricated to control and manipulate Christians. However, a closer examination of the evidence and the underlying motivations behind this claim reveals that it is unfounded and misleading. Firstly, the overwhelming consensus among climate scientists is that human-induced climate change is real and poses a significant threat to the environment, human health, and the economy. This consensus is based on decades of research and data from multiple lines of evidence, including temperature records, melting glaciers, and shifts in the distribution of plants and animals. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change IPCC, which comprises thousands of scientists from around the world, has concluded that it is extremely likely that human activities, particularly the emission of greenhouse gases from burning fossil fuels, are the dominant cause of the observed warming since the mid-20th century. The idea that climate scientists are manipulating data or fabricating results to manipulate Christians is unfounded and conspiracy theory-like. Climate scientists, like all scientists, are driven by a desire to understand the world and uncover the truth, not to manipulate or deceive people. The scientific method, which involves testing hypotheses through experimentation and peer review, is designed to minimize bias and ensure the integrity of research findings. Furthermore, climate science is a global effort involving thousands of scientists from diverse backgrounds and countries, making it highly unlikely that such a large-scale conspiracy could be orchestrated. Moreover, the claim that climate change is a manipulation of Christians is often based on a misunderstanding of the relationship between science and religion. While some Christians may view climate change as a moral or spiritual issue, the science of climate change is rooted in empirical evidence and is independent of religious beliefs. Many Christian denominations, in fact, have acknowledged the reality of climate change and the need for action to mitigate its effects, citing biblical teachings on stewardship and care for creation. Another argument often made by those claiming that climate change is a lie to manipulate Christians is that it is a plot to impose socialism or communism on the United States. This claim is based on the idea that efforts to address climate change, such as reducing greenhouse gas emissions and transitioning to renewable energy, require significant expansion of government regulation and control over the economy. However, this argument is a red herring, as the need to address climate change is not driven by a desire to impose a particular ideology, but rather by the need to protect human health, the environment, and the economy from the impacts of climate change. In conclusion, the claim that the science on climate change is a lie to manipulate Christians is unfounded and misleading. The overwhelming consensus among climate scientists, based on decades of research and multiple lines of evidence, is that human-induced climate change is real and poses a significant threat to the environment, human health, and the economy. The idea that climate scientists are manipulating data or fabricating results to manipulate Christians is conspiracy theory-like and ignores the rigorous scientific method that underlies climate research. Instead of viewing climate change as a plot to manipulate Christians, we should focus on the scientific evidence and the moral and spiritual imperatives to protect creation and ensure a sustainable future for all. By working together to address climate change, we can promote the common good, protect human health and the environment, and uphold our responsibility to be good stewards of the earth.